Coming to you from the Hill Country in the beautiful state of Texas. We are not licensed professionals. We are not therapists. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you are struggling with addiction or any other mental conditions, please seek professional help. Please be advised, some topics may not be appropriate for young or sensitive audiences.
So today, we are going to talk about nice little topic of transgender. Our country, in my opinion, has lost their mind. My personal opinion, I believe that people are people. People have the right to choose for themselves what they want to eat, what they want to wear, where they want to get an education, who they want to spend their time with, yes. But if you are born with a dick, you're a dude. And if you're born with a vagina, you're a chick. I strongly believe that this transgender thing has been made popular, like it's the new fad. But in my personal opinion, I think I'm sure of it. It's a mental illness. It could be hormones, I'm not sure, but I personally just lost somebody that I've known since she was born. In her 20s, young 20s, hung herself. She was in the midst of going through whatever people go through to be transgender. She was getting pumped full of hormones and all these things, and I think it's a topic that needs to be discussed, and I think that people are very scared to share their opinions because everybody's sheep. Nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings. Nobody wants to say the wrong thing because they might have someone in their family that is experiencing this and they don't want to cause problems. Okay, well, that's a problem. Say something.
All right, I'll say something. So, feeding off of it being a mental illness, yeah, I completely agree with that, actually. Yes, there's going to be some transgenders out there. Few and far in between. This is something that, like you said, you're born a male or you're born a female. This isn't something that you should glamorize to the youth. That's a detrimental age where you should be molding their minds with skills, knowing about how to use money, like things that will be resourceful in their future for their lives to succeed and be balanced. Right now, the media is focused on glamorizing transgender. What I'm saying is we didn't need a whole month for this. For a mental illness, you're not glamorizing that. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. Why are there children out there thinking they need to change their gender surgically? Why are you enabling this? Why are you telling them this is okay? You know, oh, it's their choice. No. It's their choice after they're 18. Okay? It's their choice after they're 18. You do your job as a parent and be a parent. You put them on the straight and narrow path they need to be on. You know what I mean? They get good grades. You need to teach them life skills. If you die tomorrow, are they going to be okay? You need to figure that out. Don't worry about their gender. God figured that, or whoever figured that out. Whatever figured that out. Science figured that out. Whoever you are, it was figured out when you popped out.
I agree exactly what you're saying. And I think that it stems all to how you're brought up, to the parents. Here they are, these little kids. I mean, they don't know. All of a sudden just said they don't want to be a female or a male. And the parents go ahead and say, oh, it's okay. You can go ahead. Everything's general, you know, gender neutral, where you can be what you want to be. Little boy wearing a dress, playing with Barbies, and everybody thinks that's okay. Like society is just okay, that's what they want to do. So let them do that. Or, the he, she, and they, and and then these kids go into school and go into a restroom and there's a little boy in there dressed like a girl, and that's okay. No, it's not. I don't understand. It all stems, it's mental illness, and they should, target that when they're little and find out what's going on. Is it the home? What's going on? Why is this child acting this way? I mean, mental illness is just terrible. It's everywhere, and there's just not enough resources for these children or adults.
Agreed.
That's what I think.
I agree with everybody else. My biggest thing is God doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
What state banned it until they were 18? No gender reassignment. Like, these parents are trying to get their kids that are 6 and 8 to start the process, and I'm like, what?
No, I know.
It's mental illness. There's no other way to describe it. Like, what, trans hour at the library? I mean, it's trans and drag queens coming to read to kids at the library, and I'm not naming any names, that her sister went through the whole process completely.
How's that working out?
What happened?
Okay, but
She is she
she's
now.
a he.
Now.
But it's hard for me to change it because I don't. I was raised to not hate anybody.
Right.
I'm going to love everybody, but I don't have to support what you're doing.
Right.
That's my thing. I have 2 gay kids.
And you don't have to shove it down everybody's throat.
No, that's and if you look on Facebook threads, and people are getting corrected when they say he or she. No, it's they. They're he or she. And that's end of story.
And they're offended by us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not changing what. It's science. It's biology. It is what it is. It is what it is.
So evidently you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, they act.
When somebody changes and decides that's not what they wanted to do. I have a friend.
Oh, that's coming out in the magazines now.
There's
Yes,
a lot of threat.
had their breasts removed and everything. Decided she wanted to be a boy, and then all of a sudden decided, oh no, I want to be a female again. What?
So y'all
Exactly.
And she's beautiful. And she's gay. Okay. And let me make this clear to our listeners. We are not anti gay or we have nothing but love for gay people.
Right.
It's not about that. It's about, anyway, my cousin, she made this comment about 5 years ago, and she said, I don't understand. Like, she's gay. She's a beautiful woman, but she's very, not manly. She's beautiful. She's more comfortable in, men-like clothes. Okay. Short haircut. But again, she's beautiful. But she literally said to me years ago that she cannot believe what is happening in this country, that it is very sad, even though she is a woman that enjoys women sexually, right? She loves herself. She loves her body, okay?
She loves being a woman.
She loves being a woman.
And she loves other women.
And she would never change.
I don't have a problem with gays.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that's different. And I'm not saying
She
that
appreciates
people that
the
are
woman's body.
I'm not saying that people that are transgender are sick in their head and they're horrible people. Absolutely not. I feel for these people. Okay.
They need the attention.
But
They need the help.
They do need help. Whatever
Absolutely.
that looks like. That's my opinion. And Jen, you brought something up as far as hermaphrodite. In my personal opinion, if you were born with both reproductive, or if you were born with both a penis and a vagina, and you're a baby, and your parent makes the decision for you, oh, you're going to be a girl. You have to make a decision. You can't walk around
With both.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the parent makes that decision. The child grows up. The child's not a child. The child grows up.
The
And
other.
the child decides, I have never felt like I should. Something's wrong, or something's not right, or I don't feel comfortable like this. I feel more comfortable like this, but that's not my gender.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your gender was kind of picked for you. So in that situation, I absolutely believe that you should be able to make that decision.
That's a diamond point right
Yeah.
there.
You know, to do a sex
That's a
change or
diamond
whatever
point.
that involves, because you weren't given the choice.
That's
Absolutely.
Back
Yeah.
to what you said.
One of the few and far in between.
That's right.
Back to what you
Mhm.
said. God doesn't make mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of people would look at hermaphrodite as God making a mistake, and I don't think so. God produces all of us, and we all are who we are, right?
He does it to strawberries too.
And
You know, you'll see 2 strawberries in one or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
you know, but you have a purpose. That's been done for you to share a story, for you to possibly help someone else.
Yeah.
And honestly, our listeners, this is why we are here. We're just a normal American group of women that simply want to, how do I
Support
say
you.
it? We want to support each other, and we want to support others. And we get that sometimes we aren't heard by our husbands, by our boyfriends, by our girlfriends, by our friends, by our family. We are not heard. And we often feel like, maybe I shouldn't feel this way. Am I being crazy? We need that validation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's great that we've all come together. And again, we are not haters on gay people. That is not even a thing. But if you want to change your gender, my heart goes out to you. I will pray for you. It's a you problem.
No, this is simply for opinion. We're not
Right.
therapists. You know, we're not giving advice.
Right.
These are personal opinions.
Mm,
We're
exactly.
a group of strong women with a lot of personal experiences, been through some shit, been through trauma, still going through it, just like you. You know what I mean? Just like everybody else.
Yeah.
You're not alone. You know what I mean? And you can have this opinion. Just because everybody around you is scared to have it, well, we got your back, I guess.
Right.
You know? Or maybe you have a different opinion, and you are entitled to it,
Yes, you are.
just like we are.
He stole the rainbow.
Yeah,
So it was God's
exactly.
promise that he would never flood the world again.
Yep.
And it's been taken. And I'm like, I'm not going to not buy rainbows for my kid because we love rainbows.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
They're
buying
beautiful.
the pride shit.
But now people are going to confuse it, and you just wanted to buy your kids
Yeah.
rainbows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can I get a rainbow snow cone? Oh, they must.
Mhm.
They must be.
Mhm.
I almost want my
Something,
rainbow
you know, yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
They say they'll choose their gender when they're older. No, they're a boy or a girl.
That's it.
That's gonna confuse the fuck out of
Choose
me.
their
Yeah.
You know
gender.
what I think started all this, in my opinion, just sitting here listening to all of us?
Mm-hmm.
I think the main thing is more about people in our lives.
Okay,
Right.
Like how I didn't mention.
continue. Sorry.
So you've got these famous people out here, and they're all doing it,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Totally different topic for another time. I truly believe it's an Illuminati thing,
I'm right there.
but I won't go there. We'll discuss that at another time. However,
Yep.
poor little was born with a vagina,
Mm-hmm.
and they presented that child to the world as if it had a penis
Yes. I
because
agree.
they dressed her in boy clothes. Now, I don't think this is going to sound horrible, but it's true in my brain. I don't think it's right to dress up little boys, to cross-dress children. No,
I don't
okay?
think so either
But when
at
you dress
all.
little boys in dresses, it's
Mhm.
a lot different than putting a little girl in a suit. You know, doesn't make it better. You know, it's very confusing, and I think that our society has just completely normalized this. And the thing is the people that run around and say, oh, it's okay and it's all right and all this bullshit, those people are lying. I think they're lying to themselves. I think that deep down,
In
people
denial.
know that this is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
People know that it's not right, but they support it because they don't want to be looked at how we're probably going to be looked at after
Mm-hmm.
this episode,
Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we're saying it. You know, I'm not gay, but I can stand tall and proud too.
I have gay friends.
So
So do I. So do
I
I.
have gay kids
Yeah.
too.
And but I'm
Right,
telling you,
yeah.
if you ask majority of gay people,
They are disappointed in this situation as well and how the world is turning.
appreciate
They don't approve of this.
Exactly.
where a dude became a woman, and a woman became a dude, and they're a couple, and they were a couple before the sex change,
And stayed a couple after.
and stayed a couple after.
That's
Wow.
the stuff I don't
That
understand.
I don't understand.
I don't understand
And, you know,
that
it's
either.
not for me to understand, and that's okay. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it.
And even then, let's say you're one of the few and far in between, or let's just say you're one of the ones that glamorize it. You change. Like she said, you got what you wanted. Why are you still talking about it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you got your change, why are you still talking about it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, fine, you're a dude.
Because problems
Now what?
solved, right?
Go
Right.
play football. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
are you still talking about it? Nobody cares anymore. You made a big deal for years and years. Okay, you got your change. All right,
Mm-hmm.
you're done.
Yeah.
You're a dude. I'm over it. Next conversation.
I
Why
don't
are you
know.
still talking about it?
I, don't, I agree.
Yeah,
I
like
do
get
too.
over it already.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. It was a mental illness. You're still talking about it. Go see a therapist.
Something's
Go see
wrong.
a therapist.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
your sex change didn't solve the problem. You're
Exactly.
still talking about it.
There you go. Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about with whatever video you saw, but I don't know if y'all have heard about this. I'm sure you have. Evidently, there was a man
Uh-huh.
that was transgender, I guess, in the middle of his development or whatnot. I don't even know how that works. Anyway, taking the hormones, doing the things, dresses like a woman, kind of look, but he's a man, right?
Yeah.
There's a 12-year-old girl in the bathroom at Planet Fitness. This man is in the women's changing room.
Yeah.
The little girl was uncomfortable.
Right.
It was obvious she was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
A woman that was in the bathroom asked the man to leave. And the man was like, I don't have to. I identify as a woman. And the woman's like, okay, that's great, but like you're not. You're making this child uncomfortable.
Yes.
She's a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
He refused to leave. They called whoever, management. They banned the woman, revoked her membership.
For
Are
protecting the child.
Protecting a child.
I've heard
Oh
that, yeah.
my goodness. Are you serious right now?
So,
He naturally knows better.
right,
Thank you.
right.
Show
People
Oh,
all
my.
over,
Yeah.
Again, go see a therapist.
Yeah.
people all over the country have been canceling their Planet Fitness membership.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I would
As
do
they
that.
should. Yeah.
I would
Look,
do that.
look,
Yeah.
a child is innocent. Even she knew the difference. And she
Right.
don't even learn about the controversy probably.
Mhm.
Even she knew that was a man and he shouldn't be in here with me.
That's
Right.
right.
That's a grown man.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be in here
This
with me.
country
Right.
is not protecting the kids.
No,
They're
they're
not.
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 No, they're not.
Far from
Mm-mm.
it. They're
It's
doing
right up-
everything they can to screw them up.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make us weak. I think that that's what this is all about. I believe that they are trying to make us the weakest
Trying to make us
country
stupid, man.
in the world. Our
They want
boys
sheep.
are not men.
Mm-mm.
Our boys are not chivalry. Mine are
Mm-hmm.
opening doors and yes, ma'am, and you're old. Can I help you? Like yes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But they're making these our young men. They're men. They're supposed to be protectors, right? They've turned them all into pussies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Man buns, skinny jeans.
the girls. It's the same. It's the same. Oh my God, you guys! When I was in high school, we had fingertip length things that like roll.
Yeah.
Oh, their ass cheeks and their boobs are hanging out.
Fucking girls
Oh,
are
yeah,
walking
I
around
found out.
like hookers.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah.
no dress code.
Yeah, Leanne or IFC took the dress code away 2 years ago.
Yeah, there's no.
So 20 years from now, I have no idea what the world is going to look like.
Well, hopefully this
Like, we're getting
tranny
the length of
phase
it.
just kind of fades away then. You know, hopefully this tranny phase fades away.
Well, I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. But for those of you that are thinking about a sex change or thinking about binding, you know, your breast and doing all these things, if that's what you need to do to feel better about yourself, then by all means. But I don't really think you're going to feel better about yourself when it's all said and done.
Please try to get help from
Yeah.
a professional,
Right.
from many professionals, before you make a life-changing decision like that. That's your body, and you only have one.
Yeah. And you have to remember when you're putting those hormones and all those things into your body,
Mhm.
really messes with your mind.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've heard, I do not know from experience, obviously, but I've heard that people that are happy, that seem just fine, when they're on this journey to become the different sex that they intend to be, there's a lot of depression, there's a lot of suicide. As I shared earlier, I just found out that we lost a beautiful soul. She hung herself. Everything was fine, just graduated from college, got a degree, had friends. You know, I don't know. I feel like she just could not shake the sadness. And if that's what's happening, gotta seek help.
Yeah, and there may be still, the few and far in between. Sure, there's like billions and billions of people in this world. There's gonna be few and far in between that, may identify differently. But please get some help. Let's not glamorize this anymore, guys. Let's not glamorize this anymore
It's
to the
not
public.
cool.
No,
Let's please
Not
not do
cool.
this.
Mm-mm.
So if
It's not okay.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
Anybody else?
If you are needing support, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
There you go. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.